Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my final video of the year, everything I crocheted in 2025. This is a sneak preview into some of the stuff I've crocheted, but this is barely half of it. So let's get into it. First, we're going to start off with some projects that I either have tutorials for or I crocheted in some sort of video on my channel. First, we have these simple tank tops. Starting off, we have what I was calling the strawberry top, just because of like the color combo, but it's so cute, and this is what inspired me to make a tutorial for it. I also did make the s'mores top, which again, based off the colors. After that, I made this one and this one, which was the actual one I made in the tutorial. But basically the whole premise of these tops is that they're just so simple, so beginner friendly, and honestly, in my opinion, a great first project to have as a beginner crocheter. And there are ways you can like customize it and make it a little bit more complicated if you are more advanced. But I don't know, I love these tops. They're so cute and I'm obsessed with them. Next, we have these hibiscus tops, which the first one I made was this one, and basically like this one is partially freehanded for like the cups and up, but I did follow a tutorial for the like hibiscus flower section. I just didn't want to copy like the cup section for all of them. So this is the first one. And then this is the next one. It just has a little bit of mesh between the cups and the flowers are a bit smaller. And then lastly, I have this one, which is a smaller size, and the flowers are like way smaller. And these three all are listed on my Depop. I will be taking a short break from my Depop and like from a lot of things for the holidays, so watch till the end of the video to figure out the dates for that. But make sure to check in the new year because I will be back on my Depop selling these still, unless someone snatches them up in like the next day before this video even posts. And then my next one are these sweater vests. So this is the first one that I made. And again, I just freehanded this one for fun. And then I was like, wait a minute, this would kind of be a fun tutorial. So then I made this one for the tutorial, and they're so cute. Like honestly, they're so basic because you're just doing 2 panels of double crochets and stitching them together. But when they're on, like you wouldn't even realize it's so simple. And again, they are a very beginner friendly pattern, but I do feel like they're technically a tiny bit more complicated because whenever you have to stitch panels together, it does become a little bit more like calculated because you're having to figure out which loop to go into and all that stuff. But again, very easy tutorial, very simple pattern, but I love these tops. Okay, quickly, I had to refilm this first part of the video because my camera just like deleted that footage for some reason, but now we're gonna go back to my footage from when I filmed the other day for the rest of the video. Next, I have this dragonfly tube top, which also could be like a halter top, and I have a tutorial for this one. I did run out of yarn, so that's why we have gray ties in the back, but it's so cute and I need to find more things I can make with this dragonfly pattern because it's so cute. And this one is listed on my Depop as well. Next, I have these triangle tops, which again, same story. I made one for myself, freehanded, and then I decided to make a tutorial for it. And this is another one that's super beginner friendly. I think I have just this one listed on my Depop, or I have both. I can't remember, but they both like kind of fit me, but not like great. So that's why I listed them. Next, we have this halter mesh bralette that I made a tutorial for, and it's so cute. I feel like it is very simple, but it's also like intricate enough that you're doing more than like a basic one stitch top. But I love how this turns out. I kind of want to make more of them, to be honest, in like more colors and like figure out more ways to spice it up, but it's so cute. Next, I have this mini purse, and these are like, again, so simple, but like so cute. And they're such a mindless project because you're just doing the same stitch over and over and over until it reaches the length you want it to be. But I don't know, I just feel like it's like the perfect little purse you can wear anytime, and you could add a button, you could add a zipper to the top, just like customize it to what you want, but so cute. Next, I have this halter top that has mesh at the bottom. I did make this one last year or the year before, I can't remember, but I decided to make a tutorial for this one this year. And again, such a fun, simple pattern, and I don't know, it's so cute. Like, I just feel like some of the stuff I've made this year is like the cutest things I've ever crocheted. So I don't know. Make sure to check out the tutorials or the videos for all the stuff that I'm doing in this section of the video. Next, we have this little scrap yarn bikini that I made in my first 4K crochet with me video, and I love those videos. They're so nice to have on in the background. Like, I've literally used them when I'm studying or doing homework. Like, I literally play my own videos, but it's so nice to just like have the music, and then like every once in a while I want to see like, what am I crocheting again? And I like look up and I can like watch what I'm doing. But so cute, and I love like the different colors for each cup. Like, I feel like that's such like a fun little trendy vibe. Next, we have this jewelry organizer, which is meant to be hanging, and this is on my depop as well. But again, like, this is one of those things that you could definitely customize to fit whatever jewelry you want it to fit, but it's also such a nice staple decor item that you can use, and like it helps with organization. Next, I have a couple skirts, which were the first skirts that I ever crocheted, which is so exciting. I have this maxi skirt, which is just like flowy beach cover-up vibes. I do have a pattern for this one because I made it in a video, but I didn't do like a strict tutorial, but so cute. I'm like obsessed with this, and like it's kind of like my favorite skirt out of the few that I've made now. Next, we have this one, which, wait, this one was actually the first one that I crocheted. That one was the second one. But again, very cute. It's just like, I don't love the shape of this one as much, which is totally fine. That's why I made a second one, but it's so cute. I have a pattern for this one too, and you could definitely just like customize it to make it fit the shape you want it to be. Like, you could make it completely skin tight, like down to your feet. You could make it like looser like that one is, but just like keep solid stitches, whatever you want to do, but it's very cute. Next, we have a set that I have tutorials for, 2 separate videos, but they kind of like match. First, I have these mesh shorts, which could be like pajama shorts, beach cover-up shorts, either way, very cute. And I think these are the first shorts I ever made. I'm actually in the process of making shorts right now, which I'll show later, but it was kind of nice having my first ones be mesh because it kind of makes it a little bit more simple. And then the part that matches with it is a cover-up top, which is like very slouchy the way I made it. You could make it like not as slouchy, but I have it kind of like off the shoulder vibes, and so cute. Again, I honestly feel like I could even just wear this like on a hot day, like normally, just like a tube top tank top underneath. Then we have a few headbands that I've made tutorials for. All of these ones were in the same video. I did like 3 headbands in one video, and they're very nice, very customizable. Again, you can choose which one you like the most or make all of them, but I do just love how all of these are. I'm selling these 3, but keeping this one because it matches some other stuff that I've crocheted. And then the other headband is this one, which is a granny square headband, and I especially love this one because you barely have to weave in any ends because you're crocheting over them. But yeah, it's very cute. You could again customize the colors you use, make it stand out, do like every other pattern or something like that. Next, we have these mesh tote bags, which could be like a tote bag to a purse, depends the size you make them, but they're so cute, very simple, but I don't know, I just feel like it's like such a staple to have like some crochet purses in your wardrobe. I have quite a few now, but I just love them. They're so cute. Next, we have this cinch front bandeau top, which I made in another like combo video. It's 4 alternatives for a bandeau top, and I just love that video because like it just shows how much you can mix it up with one simple like just straight across bandeau top. But I was just like adding on to my original one, so I only have one as the result of the video. So cute, love this top, and I really love that video. Next, I have these these stretchy mesh tops, and I again love these for the stretchiness. Like, it's just so nice. Like, even if you kind of mess up the sizing a little bit, it's still gonna fit you. But I have this one that I made for the tutorial. This one was the original one that I made, I think, towards the beginning of this year. But yeah, I love them both, but they are both on my Depop. Next, we have one of my most prized possessions from this year, the flower tube top, which I just am absolutely obsessed with this top. Like, I could make 1,000 more of these and not get tired of them. I do have a tutorial for these. I made this one on my own. And then I made this one in the tutorial. But either way, they're so cute. I'm unfortunately not selling these because I love them and they fit me, but I love these tops so much. Like, oh, they're one of my favorites. And then onto some more favorites. We have this top, which I have in a video, and I have the pattern for it, but not a tutorial. It's just like basically a simple long sleeve square neck top, but I don't even know. Like, the way I made this took so long. I started this in March of this year and I finished it in November, but I don't even care because it looks so cute and I just love how it turned out. I'm like so proud of this one, honestly. Then we have my actual favorite project that I made this year. As much as I have things that I'm like, I don't know, this is my favorite, no, this is my favorite, this is like actually like the best top ever. I have this one that I freehanded originally, and then this is like the first time it's ever happened that someone was like, hey, like, do you have a pattern for that one? And it was one I freehanded, so I had to like come up with a pattern. So I did end up making one. It took a very long time. There were like 5 hours of footage of me crocheting it, but this is the one I made in the tutorial. I think the only thing that I like better about like the purple one is that the fringe is so much thicker, but it's because I was running out of yarn when I was doing this one, so I kind of had to like make do with what I had. But either way, these are just like the cutest tops ever. I don't know, I'm just so obsessed. Like, if I could just only wear this top ever, I would do it. I don't even care. Next, I have a couple that I don't have with me because they were gifts or because I sold them. First, I have a messenger bag. I made this as a gift a while ago. Very cute. I've made another one of these a long time ago, and they're just so cute. And then I have two bandanas that I've made as gifts, and they're both very cute, very simple. I honestly think that I was like scared of making bandanas for a long time, but they're not as complicated as you would think. And then I have a bolero that I sold, and I have a couple more that are still for sale, but I just love them. And then I freehanded this bookmark that had like penguins on it. I don't know how much they like actually look like penguins, but you know what? I tried my best, and you've got to have some crochet fails every once in a while. Then I made this leg warmer, which I again freehanded, but I just did half double crochets in the back loop and then like stitched it closed. But it was very simple. I honestly wish I had more yarn because I would have made a second one. But I couldn't, so I ended up making this little mini purse, and both of those were gifts. And then I also made a ton of plushies and charms. The only one that I didn't have a tutorial for was I made this little like letter one, and I just freehanded that one. Everything else I had tutorials for. And then lastly, for things I don't have, I had extra granny squares for this granny square sweater that I made, and so I ended up just making them into purses, and I gifted them to some people. So I don't have those anymore, but very cute, and I honestly love like repurposing things that I don't need for a project. Like, I actually have an idea for these like panels that I made for the sweater that I don't know if I'm ever gonna make, and I might make them as like something in my car, like maybe seat covers or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but I definitely want to use them because they've just been sitting in my cabinet for way too long. Now we're going into projects that I either freehanded but not in a video, or that I followed someone else's tutorial for. And if any of the stuff that I freehanded you would like a tutorial for, let me know, because I can make one in the new year. And I'm always looking for stuff that people want to have tutorials for, because I don't want to make tutorials for things that people don't want a tutorial for. So first we have this granny square sweater that I mentioned a little bit ago, and it is so cute. I kind of like had some fun with it by changing the colors and having it be a combination of colors instead of all one color, but it turned out so cute. Maybe some cold weather without rain will inspire me to be able to actually have the chance to wear this, because it is a little bit too warm to wear in warmer weather. Next, I have this flower sweater, which I have made another one of these a while ago, but I didn't really like the sizing I did for it, because I think I was more of like a beginner crocheter at that point, so I didn't know I could like actually customize the sizing from the video to what I did to fit me. But either way, it turned out so cute. I cannot wait to like go to the beach and wear this. I honestly feel like every time I go to the beach, I just forget that I have crochet things that I've been wanting to wear to the beach, but hopefully sometime soon I will wear it. It's just so cute and so comfy and one of my favorite projects. Next, I have this, I don't even know what to call this, like sweater shrug thing that I made, and I honestly love it. It was one of those tops that I had to figure out how to freehand, and so there's a couple things I would change if I made it again, but either way, it's so cute and I love it. And again, another one of the things that I can wear as a cover up, but it turned out so cute. Next, I have this Lilith top that I made, and I did make 2 more of these last year, I believe, but they didn't fit me because I'm awful about trying stuff on while I'm making it, but I finally made one that would fit me, and I love it. These tops are so cute. Like, honestly, despite the pattern being so, like, intricate and complicated and, like, specific to make it, like, fit perfectly, I just love how they turn out. Next, I have this freehanded like halter top that is kind of the similar mesh halter top that I've made, except I did the front part different. Like it's kind of like a V shape where the other one is just straight across, which did make it more complicated. And this is another thing that I made when like I was pretty new to freehanding stuff. So again, there's things I would change about it, but it's very cute and I could totally make a tutorial for it. I also feel like it's not that far off from stuff I've already made. So like, I don't know if there's a want for that, but just let me know. It's very cute. I just have not weaved in my ends, so probably should do that at some point because this has been done for months, but that's okay. Next, we have another like sweater shrug vibe, except it's a little bit less like mesh, so I feel like I could wear this in more places than like the beach, but it's so cute. I freehanded it. I feel like this is something that I'll like actually wear. I love so much of my crochet stuff, but like I just have a hard time pushing myself to actually wear it. I think I should be braver about it and actually wear it because I love it, so why would I not wear it? Next, we have these mesh boleros, which these are one of those things that I just love to crochet. They're one of those things that like I just get in the routine, get in the habit, and I can just like pop these out, but they're so cute. I have 2 of these left. Like I said earlier, I sold the green one, but they are very cute. These are on my Depop if you want to check them out. Next, I have this like beach set. First, I have this flower skirt cover up, which is so adorable. I just love the flower pattern. I need to come up with more stuff to use with it, but it's just so cute. And then I have this bikini top, which I did follow like a specific pattern for this one because I wanted to see if I liked it better than other bikinis I've made. Honestly, it is a lot like cleaner than other ones I've made, but it takes forever because you're using a smaller hook size and smaller stitches, which is fine. Like it looks perfect, but like it's just so much time to commit to like one bikini. But regardless, if I'm making another one, I probably will commit the time to do it like this. Next, I have this top that I freehanded, and this one is a really cute one. I honestly might just make a tutorial for this one, even if people don't ask for one, because it's just so cute and it's like pretty unique in my opinion. And I think I just based this on a picture on Pinterest, which is honestly what I do most of the time when I'm coming up with ideas, but very cute. Next, I have these summer mesh tops that I also have on my Depop. For this one, I made like a little cinch front thing, but you can take it off. They're very adorable, just like they didn't fit me, which sucks. Like this one's too small, this one's too big. I was like, okay, why could I not have made the one in the middle? But it's okay. They're very cute and hopefully someone will buy them and love them because they're very adorable. Next, I have this beachy tank top, which is so cute. I honestly was very specific and like intentional with the colors I chose because I wanted it to like feel like a beach tank top. But either way, very cute. I probably should make more of these because they're so adorable, but that one is on my Depop. Next, we have this like plant wall decor, which again, I did follow a tutorial for, but I have some over my bathroom door and some above my bed, and they're so cute. I just like love how they look. I always have so many plants around me that it's just like fitting to have crochet plants too. And then I also have a ton of bats that I just like crocheted for fun, and then I decided, why don't I make this into like kind of like a garland type thing, so they're all hanging up again by my bed. I didn't freehand the bats, but I like technically came up with the idea to like put them together. But either way, very cute. I'll put the tutorial for the bats, but again, like if you're wanting to put them together, I just did chains for like the length that I want it to be, and then I tied a piece of yarn above the top of the bat and I stuck like the chain through that like yarn that I tied on, if that makes any sense. I also have some car accessories, which I just did like a tray holder thing and then like cup holders, and very simple. It's just like crocheting like a circle, and then the other one's kind of like a weird shape, but yeah, that I just freehanded. Next, I have these bikinis, which I freehanded, but they're in like a range of sizes. So I have like double D to A cup, which is this one, I believe, and they're all on my Depop. Next, I have this bandana, which is the same pattern that I used for those other two that I gifted to people, but this one is with cotton yarn, and it's just like a brighter color than I normally would wear, honestly, but it's very cute. I love these bandanas, and it is nice to like have something with cotton yarn. I like go back and forth on cotton yarn. I honestly like acrylic yarn better. Hot take. But I don't know, I just feel like it's way softer than like at least specifically that cotton yarn. So I don't know if other cotton yarn is better, but yeah. And then we also have this bikini that I made and freehanded. It was originally going to be like a top, but I did not like the like design that I did for the bottom of it, so I just took that apart and left it as like a bikini top. But again, very cute, just doesn't fit me, so it is also on my Depop. And then we have a ton of headbands, which contributes a lot to like the number of stuff I crocheted this year, although it has just been a lot of stuff regardless. They're in a range of sizes, so like this one is like thicker, and then I also have thinner, so all of them have 2 of the smaller size, 2 of the bigger size, except I have sold a couple, so like just check on the listing whether I still have that one in stock. But very cute, they're all on my Depop. And the nice thing that I really love about these is a lot of the yarn matches stuff that I've crocheted. So like if you were to buy the summer top, you could just buy a purple headband too, and you could like match them together, or you could like mix and match, like you do the white with the purple. Basically, most of the colors are going to match with any of the stuff that I'm selling on my Depop, but regardless, you could like go in there and check because it's pretty obvious like which ones are going to match the color. These are very cute. I honestly should make a couple for myself because I really was like grinding out those headbands for my Depop, and then I was like, I didn't make any for myself, but I also have a lot of headbands for myself anyway, so I don't know. Next, we have a couple works in progress, which this first one I literally been working on, I don't know, 7 months, 10 months, so many months, and I'm still not done. But it's this front door mat that I'm eventually gonna finish, but I'm using, I think it's called like the honeycomb stitch, but it's very cute. And yeah, I hope I eventually finish it because it would turn out really nice. I just have not finished it, to be honest. And then we have these shorts that I've started. I'm not that far along, obviously. I just have like the waistband and then a few rows of like the base, but I'm kind of excited for this one because I want to see how like shorts without mesh turn out, and I'm kind of thinking of these as being like sleep shorts, so I'm probably gonna make them like super comfortable, easy fit. But these I'm freehanding. I just did half double crochet in the back loop for the waistband, and then now I'm doing half double crochets back and forth until it reaches the point where I need to like cut it off for each separate leg. And my mental plan is to like chain across the middle, and then your new rows are going to be like half double crocheting around like the half of the row. You can look up a tutorial for like an actual shorts if you want. I just like to like mention my process. And then I'm also increasing kind of like every row. I'm changing how much I'm increasing based on trying it on, but I want these to be like looser shorts. I don't want them to be like skin tight, so you can definitely change that if you're wanting to make one of these. And then lastly, I have a couple things that I'm pre-recording for next year. So first I have this headband, which is just like very basic, very simple, but nice and comfortable. And like depending on the yarn you use, you can make it like good for colder weather. This one's just like for style though, because it's a pretty low weight yarn. And then I have this granny square purse. And then I have this like book cover, Kindle cover, kind of just like whatever you want it to be cover. But yeah, these are very cute, but like kind of a secret because they're not coming out until next year. So you're just like hearing it a little bit earlier than they're actually coming out. All right, so this, oh my God, is everything I crocheted this year, except I didn't even pick up everything because my arms are not that strong. This was a big year for crocheting for me, honestly. I did do like a decent amount of tutorials, but I also crocheted so much in my free time, and I hope that next year I kind of have like a similar amount. This is what makes it fun for me, especially like getting to look over what I did the past year. And also just like thank you to you guys. Like this has been an amazing year for my YouTube channel. I started in May of this year, and now 7 months later we have hundreds of subscribers and like a lovely community that we've made, and it's all thanks to you guys, because like I would be posting to no one if you guys weren't subscribing, weren't watching my videos, weren't liking. Genuinely, like I remember when I got my first like non-friend related subscriber and I was like, oh my God, someone else actually saw my channel, like that's crazy. And then I remember when I got 100 subscribers and I was like, what the hell? And then now like we have so many people, so it's insane, but it makes me so happy, and I'm so excited to see what next year we have in store. Make sure to let me know down below what videos you want to see next year, because again, I want to make stuff that you guys want to see. I already have those tutorials lined up, but I can always make more, obviously, because you know I gotta post the whole year. That's only like 3 videos. If you have any questions for me, make sure to let me know down below. Whatever you guys want to see, I will make. Make sure to check out my Depop for a lot of these things. I did just finish a sale on my Depop, but maybe I'll do another one in the new year. I haven't decided yet, but make sure to look. My Etsy is like in the works right now, so I would gear like towards my Depop and not my Etsy right now. And yeah, I'm actually back to posting on my Instagram, thankfully, so make sure to check that out, especially if you don't have TikTok. I'm finally posting a lot of my TikToks on my Instagram, and I am taking a short break for the end of the year and the new year just because I've been working so hard to like get all these videos out, even throughout finals, which I probably should have been prioritizing finals and not videos, but that's okay. I still wanted to like get videos out to you guys. I think I'm only going to take 2 Saturdays off, so I will be back the 10th of January, but if that plan changes, I will let you know. It probably won't change though, because I already have videos ready. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been such an amazing year. I'm so thankful for you, and happy holidays. Bye. Okay. Oh my God, I didn't realize I was still recording. Okay, now we're going into tops. Now we're going into projects. I have yarn on my tongue. That's okay. Bro, shut up. I know you're hungry. And I did freehand that one. I don't know if I said that. I started in March, and I started technically in March, although I think I posted my first video. Wait, no. I started in May of this year, and now, wait, how many months is that? And now 7 months later,